He casually tossed the cigarette butt aside, and when he stomped it out, he accidentally crushed a few chrysanthemums in the process.
C'est très fragile. Ah, ça est blanche.
Just as he finished dealing with this, another reckless person stepped into the flower bed. What awaited him was the old man's endless fury. Before the man could even react, the old man slammed him with a brutal beating, and then with a swift motion, he tossed him into a nearby glass window.
Tu sais combien de temps j'ai passé sur ce massif?
The old man's name was Mike. In his younger years, he served in the Marine Corps, and the deep scars on his back told the story of countless battles he had fought on the battlefield. After retiring, Mike kept a low profile and took a job as a gardener at a congressman's house, focusing on tending to the flowers and plants. But one day, a group of heavily armed mercenaries suddenly stormed the house. They used tranquilizer guns to quickly neutralize the guards at the door. The congressman, who was taking a shower at the time, heard the commotion and immediately threw on a bathrobe to rush out. Through the glass, he saw a group of armed men searching his home. He quickly covered his wife's mouth, then, after calming himself, told her to go find their youngest son. He pulled out his phone to call the police, only to find that the signal had already been jammed. With no other choice, he had to come up with a new plan, but the footsteps were getting closer. In a moment of desperation, he grabbed a brush and rushed out the door. The congressman quickly tried to escape, but just as he was about to enter the warehouse, he was shot in the back with a tranquilizer dart. The mercenaries, seeing this, were momentarily confused and rushed forward to check on him. What they didn't expect was that the warehouse housed a former Special Forces soldier. Before they could even get a clear look at Mike's face, they were each taken down in an instant. Mike carried the unconscious congressman to the basement and injected him with adrenaline. The congressman immediately regained consciousness and felt an overwhelming surge of energy. He was stunned. He never expected the old man who had been tending his garden to be so skilled. Mike, however, kept a serious expression and asked the congressman who he had recently angered or gotten involved with. The congressman thought for a moment, then recalled that he had recently been appointed as the head of the Environmental Protection Agency. He suspected that he might have stepped on some powerful toes, and that someone didn't want him to take the position. Now understanding the situation, Mike prepared his tools and decided to help the congressman fight back. They quietly snuck into the backyard, but they stumbled upon one of the mercenaries stomping on the carefully maintained flowers. Mike immediately lost his temper, and without hesitation, he dealt with the mercenary right then and there.